I'll run through some of these here and see what I can answer. Some of it's a little bit detailed, but we'll see here. As far as like the mobile stuff goes, that's one of those situations where Bootstrap has a built-in, hidden visibility and whatnot, and sometimes it's best. Some things just don't work really well on mobile. That's the honest answer. We try and get them to work, but you're talking about trying to take something that fits into a full screen monitor and resize it down with the same functionality and whatnot as a phone at a quarter the width. So we'll see what we can come up with here to help out. Contact page. I have never tried moving it myself, so I don't know. But contact. So let's just take a quick look at this. I'll see what I can come up with. Okay, so the map left is just, that's where it's naturally floating there. It's just a big container, image map in the background, content over top. Let me just see if we have, if you go to the theme.css, we may be able to do a float right. Let's just see if that works. Yeah, it looks not too bad there. You got the old float right there. So that's all you need to do for that one. Theme.css, go down to map left, line 433, add a float right. That should do the trick. Top menu's a bit clunky with the store more and login information. Can we make this look a little bit better? The only thing you do to make that look better, now you've probably got it up on the live server already, and you're only going to have a certain amount of width here. Get rid of the stuff you don't need. I'm suggesting get rid of maybe the contact, right? And right, because you also have this menu here, so you kind of double up on the menus right there. But you can also take, if you don't need a login box, right, you can actually take that out, and you can take it right out of your library page. So basically my only suggestion is remove some stuff from your menus, and that's the only way you can really make it less clunky. But you can physically go into your site here, and you can go down and for example, the Numo accounts right here, you can physically get rid of that right out of the thing, or the entire more. So if you don't want the guest book or the blog to show up there in your links, you can actually physically remove that right from the Numo link up top, or get rid of like contact and anything that's sort of replicated like at the bottom of the page or different places. That's one of those things you can sometimes get rid of. But prices you probably want, reservations you probably want, pages, right? So you've got all your pages in here. You could probably put the contact page in here at the bottom or the top if you wanted to. Store, well, I've got a local copy going here, right? But typically the store, that's all your store stuff. You probably want that there, and more, that's login boxes and things. And if you don't want or you don't have a reason for your members to log in, then you might want to get rid of that one as well. And that's just a matter of finding this one right here, this LI tag right here. So basically where it says more, you can even do this in design, right? Sort of scroll down, just double click on the word more, go down here to the A and then the LI tag, and that gets rid of that more, plus your guest book links and your blog links and all that sort of stuff. But you may really want to have that stuff visible. So other than that, just a matter of what things you want to show in that little area or not. Google, does this affect? No, it doesn't affect your presence at all. The slide in part, that just changes on hover. So if you want to have it show the full width, let me just see here where we can do. Yeah, if you want to get rid of this changing of size on hover, you go to your site, your styles, your shared, right here, line 144. The box is set to 0 width. Change that to 100, because what will happen is on the hover it changes to 100, and that's the only difference between these two right here. So just set both to 100, and that'll get rid of the resizing of the box right down below. Now let's just make sure we don't have anything hidden in the mobile section down here. Oh, none, position relative. Nope. Okay. Video header still showing us some devices. We put a style in there to get rid of that, didn't we? It's probably on the resolution of the devices themselves. Let me just see here. If I can find out where we did that. Yeah, if you go to your site, your styles, and then your pages. Now, the only way we can target a mobile device or tablet versus a desktop and whatnot. There's no actual code to say, hey, I'm on a tablet, hey, I'm on a phone. It's only done by the resolution. What you can do here is just tweak this max width here. Let's change this one here to 1025, okay? Now that would hopefully target all tablets and whatnot to basically say background video and showcase, don't display. So change it to 1025 right here and see if that does the trick. I just went with 992, which is the Bootstrap minimum for devices. Price which is shown does not offer full details. This is the one with mobile where we're having a little bit of, I was scratching my head on thinking, yeah, that's a bit of a, right. You have to scroll over. Well, let me see here. Let me just go to full and see what details are missing here. Alright, so all this information here, and it's probably scrunched down, so let me just see if we can tweak that out for you there. I'm just going to pull it up here, and I'll put it on pause while I do this. Okay, there we go. That's going to work better. Here's what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to go to your components.css, site styles components. Let's make a couple of changes. First of all, I have to play around with some things here. It says 100 pixels. Change it to 100%. This is just for small devices here. Let's just do that one trick. I'm trying to do this with the minimum amount of stuff going on, and there we go, and you'll get that look there, and then it pops back into where we wanted it, and then boom, so you get all the details right there. So that'll look pretty good there. Okay, and then it also scrunches down nicely for, and one more switch right here. Price features 600 pixels. We're going to change this to let's just start with auto, and I think that's the one we want for the mobile, because then we don't get the scroll bar, which is, I don't want that for you either. And there you go, they stack up nicely, and then when we go boom, it gets back into where we want. So there you go. Okay, so just to clarify, line 3138, set the width to auto from 100px to 100% right there. Okay, press to devices, that shows main menu. When you tap on it, either nothing happens or Google Streets window slides in. I tested that. Why is it doing that? With the map, let's see what happens with the map here now that we've changed it. Like so. It should be located up there, like so. Okay, so it should be sort of the top, but we can reposition this now with your, part of the issue just may be the, it should be up there, but it's covering your logo, so we want to move that down a little bit. So let's just go find out where it's positioned. And it is the, okay, shared 972. So let's go to your shared, and pretty much right down to the bottom. There we go. You see the top right here? Just change that to maybe 20, like so, and that should help sort things out a little bit for you. All right. Okay, now let's go a little bit more. Maybe 50. Anyways, you can play around with that to get a position where, you know, kind of exactly where you want, because it is you know, things may change. So perhaps even down 70, and then it's right in that menu bar area-ish with your social icons. All right, so let's just find out what the height, 70, so 75, and that should do the trick. And the next one would be, I have the sitemap generated, I have a sitemap generated, I can't open it. I think maybe the Numo install check page is modified, so now I get a 404 page. Actually, Troy, what I'm going to ask you to do is, can you take this question here, and the one you just submitted, I saw there was another one just sort of came in over top about the super submit. Can you put those into a new ticket? Because they're not actually, this doesn't go to my desk. It goes to Brandon, our programmer, but I'd like him to see both of those so we can see if we can get an answer on the htaccess file, because I don't have a clue myself. But it's going to be better if we can create a new ticket for those two, so we can continue with this ticket for me and you, but any other questions that are related to NUMO we'll have to put over to him, so we're not stepping on each other's toes.